Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to today's horror recommendation video, aka slasher recommendation video. So if you do not know, I am a huge slasher fan. Scream is one of my favorite movie franchises of all time. I thought I would give you some book recommendations that are very similar to those old slasher films. These are sometimes cheesy, they are sometimes over the top and ridiculous, and by sometimes I mean most of the time. Some of them take themselves too seriously. Some of them are just a delightful read, but let's get into the recommendations. The first recommendation that I have for you is Clown in a Cornfield. So this is actually a YA horror. It is about a girl who is new to town and people are starting to be killed off, and they don't really know why. A lot of this book involves the stereotypical slasher movie things where she's like going to high school and they're going to dances and things like that, and the accumulation of the story is happening in a cornfield. It's absolutely delightful. It's cliche. It's fantastic. It'll give you all of those like slasher feelings, and I definitely recommend listening to this and probably most of these on audio if you can. So next up is probably my favorite recommendation on this list, and that is The Last Final Girl. I absolutely love Stephen Graham Jones. He's a fantastic author. He's very into horror movies, and he tries to incorporate that in the majority of his stories. This one in particular is written like a screenplay. It reads like directions, like you're reading a screenplay. So it'll say camera pans over to girl opening the door or whatever. It's absolutely fantastic. Again, another great audiobook because you're being directed how the movie is going to go, and Stephen Graham Jones has just this ability to capture apprehension and fear so well, and even through this very weird medium, he does it fantastic. And then I'm not saying that I have another horror recommendation by Stephen Graham Jones, but if I were saying that, I would say you could also read My Heart is a Chainsaw. It's about a girl who's also obsessed with slasher movies, and she thinks that one is taking place in her hometown. And I'm not saying that this is on this list because I didn't want to double up authors, but if I was, I would say read this and get the audiobook because it's fantastic. But I didn't say that. And we have There's Someone Inside Your House, and this is actually a book and a movie. It is a YA slasher again. This is about a girl who, again, is the new girl in school. She is going to parties, she is meeting boys, falling in love, and she also has a dark past that maybe is coming back to haunt her. Maybe there is a slasher villain out there looking for her. Again, very reminiscent of the old slasher films, and I would say reading this and Clown in a Cornfield when you need something that is just fast and fun and gives you all of those vibes is a fantastic idea. And then the last recommendation that I have for you is Splatterfest. This is very much murder mystery slash slasher. So this is about a girl who is obsessed with horror movies, and the video store that she is working for is putting on this event called Splatterfest. The whole festival is centered around this movie that is recounting the events of this cult, and they're actually having the festival at the place that the cult presided. Think like Jonestown, and this site is actually where the entirety of the cult was poisoned and died. And this girl is working the event, and the celebrities that they have pulled from the movie and other horror movies, like other famous horror movies, start to die off, and you are getting alternating chapters between her and the celebrities as they are dying, and the killer seems to be intimately familiar with all of the movies that they are in, down to repeating the line of the one-liner before they die. So it's fantastic. It's super fun. So you're getting a lot of references. There's even a joke that one of the Scream Queens makes about Scream Queens doing yogurt commercials, and I thought that was just like meta as fuck. So I definitely recommend. Super fun, and it just fits in with all of these other reads. So that is my list of slasher books that I think you should read if you are a huge fan of Scream and movies like that. Leave your thoughts down in the comments on anything that I recommended, or if you have any recommendations for me, I would love to know. If you don't have anything to say, leave a knife emoji down in the comments. If you know, you know. Other than that, thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next one.